Well, the state of Ohio is looking to put more oversight on the state's growing recovery housing industry.
Governor Mike DeWine says the number of recovery homes has exploded in recent years, and the state needs to make sure people battling addiction aren't being taken advantage of.
Steve Iwanek, he had a chance to speak with both a recovery housing provider and a state lawmaker involved in reviewing these new rules. So, Steve, what are you hearing about the changes?
Well, Jeff and Kaylee, there is broad agreement that people in recovery need safe and stable places to live. But with the number of recovery houses in Ohio now topping 1,700, state leaders say there needs to be a better way to make sure those homes are actually meeting the needs of the people inside them. For someone leaving addiction treatment, finding a safe place to live can be just as important as getting sober.
They've only been sober for, maybe 30 days, 30 to 40 days at most. So it is extremely important to get them somewhere with some oversight.
Olivia Morin is the Chief Operating Officer at Team Recovery, an addiction support service in Toledo that offers recovery housing. She says in the Toledo area, the need is so great, the organization just added 32 beds and secured another property that could provide nearly 100 more.
The need is definitely there. But I think the key is, there's that balance of making sure that there's the oversight for this population because they're so vulnerable.
That rapid growth is why Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is now moving to change the way recovery housing is managed. The governor says Ohio had about 356 recovery houses in 2022, but today there are more than 1,700. On Monday, Governor DeWine issued an emergency order, giving the Ohio Department of Behavioral Health direct authority to certify those homes through private contractors.
We need to make sure when people go into recovery, when they're in housing, that there are standards in place, that there is accountability and transparency.
State Senator Teresa Gavarone is the Senate chair of JCAR, the joint committee that will review the new rules. Per the governor's request, hoping to make these rules permanent before it expires in December. She says the goal isn't just more regulation, but making sure bad actors don't take advantage of people in recovery.
When you see such a massive increase, we want to make sure there is no fraud or abuse.
But as the state tightens oversight, Senator Gavarone wants to make sure legitimate operators are able to open easily to meet demand.
We're listening and we don't have any unintended consequences, but yet we are making sure we're rooting out any bad actors that might be operating in Ohio.
Now, Morin believes there is fraud happening around the state with recovery housing. It's just a matter of fishing it out, beg your pardon. While Gavarone says she has not been made aware of any specific bad actors here in Northwest Ohio. In studio, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.